Good morning. Good morning. Give me 1 second, everybody. Good morning, Rays. Good morning, Lindens. Good morning, iPhone 8. Good morning, Sherry. Good morning, Trisha. Kakashan, when will be your class starts one-on-one, please? You're gonna have to email me with that. The one-on-one class has their own schedule. Justin, thank you. Ven, thanks. Tom has a nice cat. Good morning, Liz. All right, what's going on? What's going on with Apple? So Tim Cook is stepping down. Yeah, but he's not going to be completely out of Apple, guys. He's not. He's just still gonna be there. Good morning, Eric. Good morning. He's gonna be there. He's just stepping down. But he did a great job, don't you think, Tom? He did a great job on Apple for 15 years. Right? 15 years. From 350 billion, huh? Yeah. Yeah, so from $350 billion to 2.5 trillion, that's a massive growth for Tim Cook. But yes, I agree, they need to bump up Apple's. It's a little bit stagnant. So 2027, do you know that 2027, yeah, they're creating a new Apple TV 4K. Have you guys heard of that, Tom? Yeah, and then they are also competing with they're creating new smart home device like the doorbell. They're going to do that too, and your MacBook is going to be touch screen. So Tom, it's about time to buy MacBook. You're gonna have touch screen. Yeah, it was just surprisingly why is a sudden stepping down? Because I know the analysis was expecting he's gonna step down 2027, and all of a sudden he's stepping down suddenly on September. Do you guys know any rumors on that? Rumors, right? All right, let's go on. Let me give you guys a quick overview of SoFi and QBTX. Yeah, SoFi is doing good. Let's see. Nice, 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 nice. I did a class, Tom, on Sunday, and I have limited knowledge on put the bear put spread. So I told them that if you guys have any questions, Tom offered that class. He also offered those cash secured puts and covered calls to those people who needs help on that. Tom is the man. Tom is the guru of the expertise of this division. Okay, I'm a simple gal. I just buy shares. Yeah, but those are good knowledge. Well, I think always stick to the one that works. Simple is always better. Don't make it so complicated. So this is SoFi. Tom, when is your next class?
It is Thursday. Guess what we're talking about? Cash secured puts, covered
Nice.
calls, and the wheel strategy.
Wheel strategies, Roger that.
Yep. Yep. I posted yesterday. I think it was yesterday. AMPX, cash secured put expired. Verizon got a sign, but I love having owning Verizon for the dividends and the cover calls. SoFi, I'm selling cover calls on now. Yeah, it's a great easy way to just have consistent income coming in, guys. Cash secured puts. If they expire, great. If not, you get a sign, you sell cover calls on them. Just collect that money.
Mm-hmm.
And if they're dividend stocks, you collect even more money.
Yeah, that's a good way
You don't
to
have to
do
worry
it.
about
It's an
expirations.
income
You don't have to worry
strategy.
about theta. You don't have to worry about delta.
Yep. All right. So with your SoFi, we had one take profit level on the 19 after that 1780. It's still bullish. It's still bullish. Okay. We have a breaking candle. A full confirmation to move higher is once we clear that $21 level of resistance, which happens to be our second take profit. Last week we had a buy signal on the $19 even. And I said about $21 is your take profit. We could make it about 2060 if you're just a bit nervous to take profit. If you want to take profit early, 2060 could be your target. That will be at least $1.60. Okay, you guys should be up already. 21 is the next resistance. After 21, we have 23, 23 all the way to 25. But range but the goal is to clear out that 50 MAs and your 200 MAs on the daily. So that's why that $21 is a critical level of resistance. It's still bullish. Okay, I believe the shorter time frame has breathe already, so it already have a deep pullback. So the goal for the 4 hours is that we do want the bullish crossover on your signal line. If you still continue to see a curling down or rejected to have a bullish crossover on the 4 hours, it means SoFi could actually backtest again that 200, which lies on the 1870, 1866, 1880. All right, which this is going to be the last line in the sand. We don't want to drop below the 200 MAs. When I say drop, meaning I want a candle rejecting and close above your 200 MAs on the 4 hour, meaning you also need to wait the 4 hour candle. Okay, you need to wait. You want a price actions. You want a rejection candle looking like this. Yeah, this is an indecision candle, but that indecision candle also means a rejection. Okay, and you do have a morning star. Yeah, morning star pattern here confirms your trade to the upside, which your resistance lies on the 1988 to 2014. Break through that, you have that $21 on the daily resistance. It's still bullish. Again, we want a full confirmation for the bullish crossover. This class is actually being recorded in YouTube. You guys are more than welcome to go check out our YouTube channel because every Tuesday morning it is live via YouTube. Okay. UNH is ripping. Sadly, I get out early, but that is my target. It's not sadly. I'm okay with it. Boy, boy, boy. Who hold on to their UNH? Okay, this thing could still continue. Remember that 349, 350 is your top resistance. Okay, that will be your top resistance. Where are we now? Well, we could extend that 349, 352 to 354 to 357. You could make round it up to 358. Okay, it's still bullish. It's still bullish. The goal is to surpass that 50 MAs on the weekly. As you can see, we haven't broke out above 50 MAs. Is just continue to test the 50 MAs, doesn't even touch it. So sellers comes in here and just drop the price continuously. However, this is right above 337. We do have earnings. Is it earnings today? Oh, it already happened. Oh, so Tom, earnings today? Yeah.
For Apple,
No, UNH earnings
unit,
Yeah,
Yes,
UNH
they
had earnings
yeah,
this
They
morning.
announced
this
earnings this morning.
morning.
yeah they
Wow.
reported it.
Incredible. Look at that.
yeah.
I have
They beat
calls on.
they beat and raised.
Good job. Good job. So this is my long-term hold, UNH. So they continue to beat their expectations. Revenues up. That's good. That's a good sign, right? So once that's a good sign. So we're gonna be gapping up. Is that a gap? Yep. 349. We're going to be gapping up and we surpasses that 330. And you guys remember the critical level lies on that 200 MAs and our top resistance lies on the 357.58. Okay, that is your next level of resistance. So it's still bullish. So to those people who did a earnings, congratulations. Just keep in mind, if you are trading earnings, you get out the next day, which is today. But if you want to hold on to this, you still have so much room to the upside and get to 380. It is due for a pullback though. It could still move higher on this level. Well, currently right now it's going to move higher anyways because it's gonna gap up. So we are due for a pullback. So if we do reach maybe the when the market opens, it's gonna get to that 358. Well, that's $10. Let's see. Let's see. It can. Let's see that. 354. We have 347, 351, 354. Well, that's the local resistance, okay? And then get to the 357, 358. Surpasses that 358, you have 380 right here. 381. That is your next level of resistance. I believe we're going to get to this level today, and sooner or later we're going to get to 380. And guess what? That 380 is not the top resistance, but I know it's going to have some type of price action because we have a huge gap. No, actually,
Yeah.
is that a huge gap? Let me just check. Let me just
The
check.
daily. Yeah.
No, there's not a huge gap, but here to here, yeah, 493 is also on the table since earnings beat 485. Then we have a huge gap from 492 all the way back to that 584, which UNH was actually a $400-500 stocks. Okay, UNH used to be the $400-500 stocks. So that's continued to beat expectations. That's good, looking good for UNH. Two things that we need to do for UNH. As you can see, your 200 MAs are still above your 50. All right, we need to have our EMAs to be aligned to continue to have a bullish structure. These are not stack up. So you want a golden cross above your 200 so that your EMAs are all aligned for continuation to the upside. All right. On the weekly, we had a death cross here. Now, what do we need to do? We need our EMA 50 EMA or MAs cross over your 200. Every time you reach this level of resistance for your RSI, it kind of like go back and test your support again, which happens to be your 50 MA. So hopefully today we are breaking out of the 50 MA. So we're going to see establishing a new higher high for your RSI. You do have a buy signal on the weekly, signaling your MACD signaling a buy signal, but still, we still need to make sure our EMAs are all stacked up or aligned from 50 then 200 because this is still bearish. All right, so there's more room to the upside. There is more room to the upside. So, but we I'm still seeing that 380 level of resistance for UNH. That's the top resistance that I'm looking at. Surpasses that, then we're gonna go back to that 400, 414, then 438. It's on the table. It's really on the table. AMD, we talked about AMD yesterday on the last night. Sorry about my late videos. As you can see, I don't follow algorithm. My husband tells me, "Hun, you're breaking the algorithm." I'm like, I'm not beating the algorithm. I'm trying to help my community. And that's the only time that I do my videos. My apology. If you guys want it sooner, I will try, but I cannot because I have mommy's duty, wife duty, driver's duty, real estate duty,
Nice.
too many duties, bathroom duties. Just kidding.
Good morning, Mary.
Good morning. Okay, we do have
Mary,
a megaphone patterns. Yes.
yeah, Mary, when you get chance, can you check Boeing?
Yeah. I
Thank you.
have like 2 minutes. So AMD, actually, that's not a. I prefer to have. Yeah, this is a megaphone right now. But remember that last week, I think that was a parallel, more of a parallel pattern. That's not a parallel. Where's my parallel? Right here on the monthly. Okay. So This is a massive candle. This is going to be a point of control. Currently, right now, AMD is continued to be bullish. We do have a resistance on the 290, 295 for AMD. Okay, please follow my video for AMD. Earnings is coming May 5th. May 5th. And I do want AMD to remain above 271 today. If drop below 271, I don't want it to drop. It's not what I want, right? But we don't want it to drop below 266, 267. That will be the critical level of support for AMD. Otherwise, we're going to see a deeper pullback. And a deeper pullback could actually lies on the even to that 245, 235 could happen. Okay. So let's just hope that it's not going to backtest that 266, 267. If it does backtest that, it doesn't go drop below that, or at least at 261. But we don't want it to drop below 235. You said Boeing. What is the ticker symbol Boeing?
BA.
You sure it's not BA? I thought BE is blooming.
BA?
Yeah, it's BA. Yeah.
BA.
BA. Okay. Honestly, this is looking good too.
That's what I mentioned. Looks like it's breaking. Yeah.
It is breaking. Yeah. Looking good. Well, let's see. This is going to be your point of control. You have that 227, 226 as your local resistance, but break through that, it could move higher all the way to 230. We need to establish a higher high for a possible continuations for this rally to the upside. The good thing about this is you continue to establish a higher low, higher low. So now you need to break out of that resistance to back test your top resistance. Now we're going to have to move that here. Back test up. So if you're going to trade this levels by levels, I don't know what you have. If you have this long term, you just had a bullish crossover, which is that's what you wanted. Let's go ahead and take a look at your MACD. MACD is
Just
bullish.
keep in mind, tomorrow.
Earnings is tomorrow. Oh yeah, earnings is tomorrow. So our technical could get invalidated if earnings missed. Okay, but so far technical, it's bullish. So you have that 230, 226, 227 to 230 as your next local resistance. But this bad boy could get to then 232. This bad boy could actually get to 254. 245 all the way to 254. If momentum continues to the upside, you have that resistance on the 264 to 267. And let me see. This is just, I'm going to give you an estimate for this, okay? If earnings beat on 2888. 128.88. It's estimate, okay? 331. 331 could be your top resistance. So 330, give and take, okay? I might owe you a couple of dollars. Oh, we have numbers here. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at this instead. So what I say, 265 to 267, reach all the way to 278, back, continue to the upside. You're looking around, yeah, 297 to 302 to 321. Yep, could get there. 321 all the way to 330. So it's bullish. It's bullish. If earnings beat and expectation exceeded, you could definitely see it higher, get to the at least 320, 330. So there's a higher chance it's going to get there. But if earnings miss, and that's when you get to see 211. 211, then you got 206, 202, back test at 187 to 176 if earnings missed. Okay.
You got 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mary.
You're welcome. Let's go ahead and focus now on our chart.
Yep.
Good morning, Ade. Ade, I had fun on Saturday. That was nice. On that way? Wow. Where'd you get it, Ade? And I'll give you a call back. I'm in the live. I'm in live. Good morning. Good morning.
It's crazy. It's gone up. It went from $95 at the end of March, and today it's at 600.
Wow. What a squeeze. Wow.
It's an all-time high.
I could take a look at it afterwards if I have time. Oh, okay.
Wow, it's crazy.
Yeah. Well, you know what? We should not be taking that trade because if it's already exhausted, you don't want to FOMO it. Huh?
It's
Wait, Tom, you want to get banned here being sarcastic? Yeah, that's gonna pull back. So please, guys, don't be greedy on that. Take profit. It's needed, okay? I want you guys to win.
only got about 2 minutes.
Yeah, we're running late.
I haven't looked at those yet.
एग्जाम अंकुल का एग्जाम अंकुल का मीडिया में अंकुल का
I'm gonna go ahead and mute everybody at this point, Mary. All right, you can unmute Mary.
Gracias, my friend.
If anybody wants a pre-screener opportunity, I'm looking at TVGN off the pre-screener.
Go ahead
It's
and share your
about,
screen, Tom. Share your screen, Tom.
oh, we just opened.
That's fine. Nothing is moving yet here.
Okay. I was watching this pre-market, but there we go. TVGN on the pre-market screener. My blue line is VWAP. Oh, let's get to the 5-minute here. I'm watching the clear this 961 range.
All right, we're dropping 200 MAs on your 5 minutes, so be ready for a put.
On SPY.
Yeah.
I'll keep an eye on TVN. You want to go back to your screen?
It's fine.
Yep. I'll keep an eye on these guys. I'll let you know if there's something popping on these pre-screeners.
Put for that, but this is, remember, this is aggressive, okay? Aggressive. Why? Because the market just opened. Two things you could do. You could enter a put right away, or you could wait for this candle to finish. Market just opened, volatile happens. You guys know where to take profit. My line is simple. You could either take profit here or extend it to the green level. You could actually move that slightly lower too. It's higher chance it's going to get to 708. Yeah, it's bearish.
Everything's pulling back this morning. Typical, right? All green all night, and as soon as market opens.
Yeah. I did not prepare your AMD.
Yep.
AMD keep reaching its all-time high. Take profit. Boom. Take profit. Is it still bearish? Yes, it's still bearish, but hold on to it. It's only 9:35. You don't want to be greedy. Two things you could do. I'm giving you guys options, okay? You could enter here when establish a, actually, you know what? This is a lower low already. You could wait for this to finish, to enter another one because your support lies between this red line. They are part of it. They are part of it. It's pretty easy for the SPY. You got take profit. We're going to have to wait now. Okay, either wait for this candle to finish, or you could enter a candle when you continue to come down. This red candle continue to come down, or hold on to your profit because it's only 9:36. That was easy, right? Easy peasy. You guys did not hear me put.
You said aggressive.
All right. So if you want to be more confirmed trade, we need to wait for a candle break out of this candle, preferably right on the red one. Okay. If you guys want to get the resistance on UNH, that video is still valid for technicals. UNH, wow. 351, 353 is your resistance. Could get to 357, 358 for your UNH. It's still bullish. Wow. Congratulations, guys. Come on, $29. $29 for that, for the earnings play. Incredible. Happy for you guys. SoFi is still buy signal, okay? 2060 to 21 is your take profit level. Good job, Live Happy. If you're up 2K for now, UNH needs to pull back. UNH needs to pull back. So it's already up, getting exhausted. All right, be prepared for SPY put if you're going to enter this. We still have room to the downside, by the way. AMD is giving us a call. But lately, I don't trust AMD. It's been giving us not a good trend so far. Like, I mean, we did very well when earnings, I mean, on Thursday. But yesterday, it did a volume grab. It just has a very long wick. So it's already exhausted in the longer time frame, but it's bullish.
You guys, I'm in on XRTX on the live runners. XO Therapeutics. Took a small position on that live runners. Those go quick, so if you miss it, don't worry about it.
Good job. 47 UNH call. Good job. still live happy, make sure you do something on that 2K because you'd rather take profit on that 2K than sell that 8K for a loss, right? So now you're green. Go outside and ask for $2,000, see if they give it to you. It's just a good analogy for us to learn how to take profit. As you can see, there's no candles that drop below the red line. See AMD? That's why I don't trust AMD. It just keeps giving me a fake out. Yesterday I was looking at this. SPY still bearish, but we need a confirmation to come down. We want a candle right below the red line. Okay, this is just back testing your 200 MAs. It's still bearish. We still have a little bit of room to the upside. So 18 minutes. If this is really critical level because this is your 50 MAs. So really, we really need to have a candle right below the red line. Since nothing doing with AMD, let's go ahead and take a look at your poet that you keep saying poet guys. I'm just gonna allow it today, okay? Because I don't want to get disturbed. You're already up. This is already exhausted. It's already too late, so there's really no purpose for us to enter this trade already. Well, you have some little bit of room to the upside, right above the 1130. Does it still want to come up? Yeah. $11.30 is your take profit there. Could push it higher if momentum continues. The highest I could see is $12. Needs to pull back.
I've had poet so long. Oh.
Yep. Be prepared to take profit. You could do a trailing stop loss on that 11.30. Don't be greedy. It's exhausted. Remember, this is just a hype stocks. It's going to get there. I used to have Mags. Mags is she used to do penny stocks with me back on Momo when I used to be an admin on Momo. And she'll give us a trade and I'll do a technicals and we'll trade it. We'll trade that penny stocks with my guidance of taking profit. She'll give me, let's say, poets, right? Mary, it's running poets, and then we'll enter and then we'll exit. It was so much fun because on the penny stocks, the only way that will move is do fundamentals, catalyst. That bad boy, you cannot trade that if there's no news. Otherwise, it's just going to be a stagnant and losing trade. SPY is still bearish, but let's go ahead and see on the 5 minutes. One green candle doesn't mean it's a reversal, okay? We need to see a multiple of greens to confirm a trade to the upside. I've given you guys a take profit level here. Well, confirmation lies below your red line. Preferably here, but it's okay. We could enter here below. We're just still back testing. Where's my VWAP? We're just back testing your 9 EMAs. Let's see how it goes. This is just pretty much aligned with your half of the candle here. Full confirmation to the upside lies right above 710.99. So this was, mine was 11.30. This get to 11.08, so 22 cents difference. All right, guys, so you guys know where's your take profit for people who has poets. 11.30, 11.60, 12.08. Don't want to be greedy. You don't want to be greedy. It's exhausted. All right. So Let's go back to the AMD. See, AMD just always AMD reaches all-time high. It's bullish, but it's due for a pullback. What's going on with Apple, by the way? Apple is down only $2. Made 330 in UNH 57 with $97. Thanks, Mayor. UNH gave us last week. I could have made so much money only if I keep the July. Me too. I would have made so much money. But you know what? Be grateful. At least we made money. I'm happy with it.
Yep. I said
Remember,
it every time I look at Tesla, and I sold it at 221.
yeah, Ashley told me too. I sold it around that area. Yeah, AMD, I don't trust AMD at all.
What's going on?
The SPY, every time we break out of that, break down the VWAP, it always somehow wants to test it. Okay, back test it. This is the inside bar candle. So let's see. It's just between your 50 and 200 SMA.
Oh, I know a car is still running $90 today. Whew,
Wow.
that is crazy.
Yeah. This candle on the 30 minutes, if we finish with a long wick, it means we're just rejecting the 50 MAs, which just happens to be bullish. And if we break out of that VWAP, then it means we could go ahead and back test that resistance in the 711.75 and test that 712.25, 712.26. And then we're going to continue to go high, and then I could give you guys a resistance. If that turns green, you should not be on the put. If that turns green, you have like 11 minutes, but this is price action rejecting the 50 MAs. That's a big gap from that 712 to 714, so I need to decipher that. I gotta find a way to decipher that. That is really the level though. We're pinned down between the 200 and the 50. We don't want to be in the put on this trend. We don't want to be above 200 if we're going for a put. We want to continue to come down. You guys need to listen to me earlier. I told you guys about UNH, what is the possible continuation to the upside. I'll do it again later if I have time. AMD is nothing. Just like I said, AMD had given us a volume grab yesterday. Now it's going to be bearish again. Oh yeah. Just a bunch of wicks, you see that? Sellers already comes in. This is the all-time high for AMD. We're just pinned down from here to here. This is your point of control. SoFi, you're still up 66 cents. Nike, My take profit on Nike to those people who bought it when Josh, he was buying Nike, we said that 42, 43 to 44 is your accumulations or your DCA down. And my take profit lies on that 47 or 46.83, and I think that's what I got the click. So you gotta have to wait for Nike to move higher above 47 to confirm a move to the upside again. It's just testing the first resistance, which is your first take profit level.
He was running today's CrowdStrike
Yes,
up
CrowdStrike.
$18. Yep. I bought it Friday on a swing play. It's up 8%.
You don't want to get into a put for now, guys. You're going against the trend now. We establish a higher high. This candle is higher than this. So we're actually now respecting the VWAP. So we're waiting for a full confirmation to the upside for a possible short call. But right now, that put you guys should already got to stop out on that put. SoFi 1970 is still pushing. It's still pushing for SoFi. AMD doesn't give us a good trade. Just a bunch of wicks. Just a bunch of wicks. Just really taking profit. Wow, Marvel run. Trying to give you guys a second trade if we can. We gotta be preparing for that call for SPY, but that's still aggressive because we're right above the 50 MAs. Okay. This is your pre-morning resistance. This is your pre-morning support. Actually, this is slightly lower. We're just strictly rejecting that 50 MAs. This wants to go up. This is still aggressive, okay? Aggressive entry. I prefer to be right above. These are all still aggressive. Right above finishing this candle, we want a green candle right above your 50 MAs. And your resistance lies on the pre-morning resistance. See these long wicks that we were talking about, that we want to make sure that if this turns green, we don't want to be in the put because it's rejecting your 50 MAs. Tesla wants to come down. You did not prepare your Tesla yet. That's why we wait for a full confirmation for an aggressive entry right above your 50 MAs, okay? It's still bullish. It's still bullish. Not full confirm yet, so it's still aggressive, okay? This is still aggressive. for a call for SPY. Still aggressive. If you want to be too aggressive, you only have 2 confirmation. So this is too aggressive. Even getting here is too aggressive. Okay. Early aggressive, aggressive. Too early, aggressive. Confirmed trade to the upside, rise above, establishing a higher high on the pre-morning resistance. Okay, you are still inside the box, which is the no trade zone. Tesla is not giving us any trade too. I'm trying to get another trade for us.
Excuse me, man. I can't get rid of this car.
So Tom, what happened to your that, what do you call that again?
What?
The screener.
Oh, XRTX. I'm still in it. I'm up. It keeps flashing back and forth.
What is it?
I get in it.
XRT?
XRTX. I
This
get in at
is from the screener.
317. It's 325. It flashed up to 359, but I was looking at something else and I didn't take profit like a dummy.
That's up 45%.
It's still bullish. I'm only looking on these. I mean, these go so quick. If you grab 10% on these quick moves, that's because these can drop quick, guys. They're almost penny stocks, to be honest with you. A lot of the
They
live
are penny
screeners,
stocks.
yeah. So it's in and out.
Yeah.
Don't hold. I did have my call that I had for CrowdStrike kicked for a 12% win. I'm still up on my shares though. 8%. I got a trailing stop set on that.
That's a bunch
CrowdStrike's
of,
gonna make my CrowdStrike's gonna make my week just on those 2 plays.
that's nice.
I'm gonna have to adjust my poet cover call though.
Yeah, this one is a little bit weak on the resistance though. So if you miss your take profit on that 373 to 396, that is your possible take profit.
Yep, that's actually what I'm targeting.
Very good. Nothing yet here.
The thing with the live run is too, guys, if you don't catch it in that first half hour, it's tough to get them because if you look at the history of these, they'll flash fast in the first 30 minutes and then just kind of die off the rest of the day. My CrowdStrike swing trade just kicked me out for a 9% profit for what 2-day hold. That was nice.
Nice. For AMD, it's looking like it wants to break out, but we could either finish this candle, okay, for a call. But I don't trust AMD lately. It's just, I told you guys, it's been having a volume graph for me, and I don't want you guys to get caught with that. But it's bullish now. If we finish this 6 seconds with this candle, it could be bullish and gets to this level. So now let's see. It's looking good. See? Look at that. This could get us to 281.40. If you, this is a nice massive candle. It took through 4 candles to come down. It took 1 candle to break out of that resistance, so that's good. We ended up having a massive candle. So this is strength. Well, volume is pretty good, pretty high. If this turns green, we could actually get at least $1.50 for AMD if you guys are okay with that. I just really want a green candle break out of that pre-morning resistance because we haven't established that at all. Nothing yet at all.
Volunteer ran this morning. Who? Come on.
Still aggressive, okay? It looks like it wants to break through that. It's still aggressive entry. Still pretty early as an aggressive, preferably right above your 50 MAs. You want a full confirmation for an aggressive entry? It has to be a candle right above your 50 MAs. If this candle turns green, this is an only candle that break out of that pre-morning resistance, and it could give us a confirmed entry to move up. But right now, it's just vacillating. With AMD, you could have a stop loss real quick. That's your confirmation. But just like I said, be careful with AMD because it keeps giving us that wick, wick, wick. This is a nice green candle. You have 1 minute to finish that candle. SPY's playing with us. Doesn't want to break through that 50 MAs. AMD still looking pretty good. On the 10 minutes, it seems like it's giving us a good confirmation for SPY, but the 5 minutes doesn't give us a full confirmation, and your 15 minutes. That's why it's still aggressive, okay? That's why it's still aggressive. Yeah, so this is really, if you really want to be aggressive entry for SPY, you really want a candle right above that. I believe Tesla has a daily expiration now. AMD is a
Yeah.
weekly. AMD is every Friday. See, AMD just keeps giving us a wick, wick, wick.
Excuse me.
Your poet is getting to your resistance. That's just a regular 50 MAs, guys. SMA. Let me just go ahead and get rid of it. See? Just a regular. AMD is looking good.
I is doing nothing.
Yeah, SPY's nothing yet. But AMD is ready to take profit. Good job on take profit on your AMD, or you could hold on to your trade. Reach our resistance. It wants to move higher to 282, excuse me. Go push it higher. Push it higher. Still have room. Still have room. Push it higher. Those people don't enter here yet because you don't want to get caught with a pullback with AMD. I need you guys to take profit. SPY still needs room to the upside. It still needs that candle to break out of that 50 MAs. As you can see, this is serving as your resistance. AMD is still bullish, okay? This gives us a good conviction because it takes one candle just to go up. So with the volume, we have an indecision candle, which where we enter. This is where you take profit candles, okay? I believe the all-time high for AMD is 287. Yep, and that's your resistance for today. George Poet could definitely get back. I could take a look at it. One of our resistance is, hold on, I don't want to remove this. How much you're up? Because poets move due to fundamentals. It's not something that you to hold on long term. So there's nothing wrong if you enter again if it pulls back. But at least whatever you have on your hand is guaranteed. SPY is looking like we have strength. I just want a volume for SPY to confirm our move. Let's take a look at this. In the 15 minutes, it's looking pretty good. As you can see, this is the only candle that break out of the VWAP. So it wants to come up. It wants to come up, okay? But it just doesn't give us a full confirmation. Is it aggressive entry? Yes, this is an aggressive entry. You could enter here now. Please have a stop loss because I don't want it to reject your 50 MAs. If you still want to confirm, wait for this candle to finish and then have a candle right above the 50 MAs. You could do that as well. You have 1 minute. You have 1 minute. This is a nice looking candle, by the way. It's just the 15 minutes doesn't give me a full confirmation yet, but it wants to go high. Wants to go high. 52 seconds to finish. 60%, George, that's pretty good for a swing. 74%, that's incredible. I've given you guys resistance earlier. Let me do it real quick because I don't want you guys to miss that opportunity. Okay, so this could be just a possible short pullback, but as you can see, it's already exhausted. Okay, does he still wants to get to 11:30? Yes, he wants to get to 11:30. If you're scalping right now with that, it's still pretty much respecting your VWAP. So if you're scalping, your last line in the sand will be that 1025. All right, there's still higher chance he wants to get there. It needs to breathe. It needs to breathe. But if you're 75%, why not? 74%, I highly suggest for you guys to take it. I am not a financial advisor, but profit.
That's a big win.
Yeah, that's really a big win. You're always going to have a strategy when you're dealing with penny stocks. And I believe 75%, 60%, 25%, it's a pretty good exit strategy. AMD is still bullish. But just like we said, it's just the wick. It just keeps giving us the wick, the wick, the wick. Look at this SPY. Make sure you guys have a stop loss. There's no change of structures yet for SPY, okay?
XRT flushed me out.
You stop out.
XRTX, yeah, it dumped.
Mm.
Small positions on those guys.
One red candle after we have a shrinking candle, so it's still pretty okay. Volume is pretty good. Resistance could get to 711.70, so that's about 70 cents to 712.27. Okay, that's the goal. Right here to here. Confirm trade to the upside right here on the white line. 15 minutes doesn't give us a full confirmation, so still, this is still aggressive entry, okay? No change of a structure yet. Oh, okay, George. Thank you, George.
Nvidia's running.
Oh, Michael Burry. His put, he's losing already $9 million on that put. Well, he's a smart dude. He's disciplined and Jesse Livermore. You know that Michael Burry was actually studying medicine?
No.
Yeah, he was a doctor. He went to UCLA and tried to practice a residence in Stanford, but he didn't finish. He got so he enjoyed trading. He loved, and he has Asperger, so he loves doing those financial data information and all the numbers. I mean, some people, they just love numbers, and Michael Burry is good at that numbers. And so while he's studying, he's also studying the stock market. And he opened his own business using his family's funds. He started with his own money using his family's funds. His family helped him open his own brokerage. And then after, don't call me in the exact year, okay? I believe after 2 years or 5 years, big investors start helping him, two of them. And when the crash happens, everybody mock him, make fun of him. But he was so good on his data analysis that he just predicted that there's going to be a crash. And he made $100 million personally on that trade. And he made about $700 million for his investors. So,
Crazy.
Jesse Livermore is a different story. It's while Michael Burry is so disciplined about his money, his status, he's very humble. That's what they said on the internet. Jesse Livermore just really enjoyed the luxury lifestyle. He loves those lavish lifestyle, and every time he makes money, he just head just get bigger and bigger and bigger. Yeah. Matthew, we are not on SPY put. This is definitely not a SPY put at this moment. We are actually aggressive entry for your SPY call. There was a shift of a structures from bearish once we establish a higher high. Early entry here, actually, but more aggressive entry still because we are still inside the pre-morning resistance. This is giving us a good entry. This was an early aggressive entry. If this turns green with a rejections on the 50 MAs, it's looking good. The 15 minutes doesn't give us a full confirmation. That's why it's still aggressive. So you guys are Money Mike is doing Zoom, so that's better, right? That's a lot better compared to YouTube. Yeah, Zoom is better now, so that's good. I'm happy for Mike. This gives us an indecision candle, possible twist or top, but still the candle right above the 50 MA. So we're still in the call aggressively for SPY, okay? No change of a structure, no shift to the downside yet. It's still bullish. That 15 minutes, we need the full confirmation, but this is pretty good entry for call aggressively. We're still aiming for that 71170. 62, excuse me, 71162, all the way to the top resistance of that to the white line. If you want to be more conservative, to the 712. If you're going to be an aggressive entry for SPY, this is the time. Please make sure you have a stop loss, because so far SPY is just giving us also wicks, but this 50 is your support. Last line in the sand. AMD is still looking good to those people who did not take profit. You're still aiming for the 282. The top resistance for AMD, I'm still looking, is 287. You got 284, 286 to 287. Okay, AMD is still bullish. This is still aggressive entry. Confirm to the upside. Is right above your pre-morning resistance. It's still aggressive because your 15 minutes will not give me a confirmation yet. Make sure you have a stop loss or break even. We need volume. I want a volume. This is a nice volume, by the way, spiking volume, but I prefer to be at least higher than the previous candle here. Be conservative. If you want to be conservative because you're entering aggressively, you need a change of structures right below the 50 MAs. Possible tweezer top. On the 2 hours, as long as it's right above 280.35 for AMD, it's still bullish. But if it drops below that, if it doesn't respect that 280.35, then it's going to be bearish. So that's going to be the last line in the sand, the 280.35. Drop below that, it's going to be bearish. So you will be playing with your emotion for like 1 hour or 40 minutes. SPY is giving us a little bit of a short pullback. It's still bullish though for the 5 and the 10 minutes. The 15 minutes, it still hasn't given us a full confirmation here. So to those people who entered aggressively, two things that I told you guys, either break even, have a stop loss, or if you want a change of structures, you need to wait for this candle to finish. And this happens to be right below. As you can see, this is sellers. There is no buyers here in this candle. It looks like sellers comes and push the price lower. The buyers did not even resist. Okay. So that's what it looks like. And this turns to be green, red, then you should not be on your call if you're entering aggressively because you're too aggressive. So you're going to have an aggressive stop loss too. If you want to change over structures is strictly when we establish a lower low. Oh, actually, you know what? Here. So right below the VWAP confirms your change over structures because establishing a lower low. Okay, so you should already be stop out if you enter aggressively, because remember, if you're entering aggressively, you have to have an aggressive stop loss too. You could do structure stop loss, or you could do a candle right above your 50 MAs. Live happy. If you have 100 shares of long term and your covered calls is the strike price is 360, you may get triggered. So if you're okay to sell your positions on that 360, how much is it now? 354, 357 is my resistance. So you may get triggered. So Tom, that's your question. He said, hey Tom, I have 100 UNH for long term. Do you think selling calls on 360 for this weekend for $3 is a good option? Try my first time on gold options.
He's doing cover calls on it?
Yeah, 360 is too early for that. You're gonna get triggered. That's just me. You could give your opinion, Tom.
What did he say his buy price? What he owns it at?
He said his strike price is 360.
Yeah, but what does he own it for? Live happy. What do you
Oh,
own
what
it
is your
for?
entry position?
Yeah,
I don't know. What's your entry position, buddy?
yeah, that 335. Ooh, man. I mean, if you're happy with that's a $25 profit
But that's your long term.
plus the yeah, I mean, it depends what you're trying to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you're long term, then no, it's too close.
Yep.
In fact, not to give away all my trade secrets.
Take his class.
I mean, if you want to hold it, I wouldn't do it that close.
Me too.
If you're swinging it, man, that's what's the numbers on that? UNH.
I don't have 100 shares on UNH because I have a small budget, but I have a couple of them. I have quite a few, but I will not sell it for that price. Although my
So this
entry was
weekend.
way lower than yours because this is my long
Ooh,
term.
yeah. I mean, your delta is super high on that, man. If you're okay with it being called away, but I wouldn't personally.
Me too. Especially earnings
If you're
beat.
gonna do it, yeah, if you're gonna do it that short, do it far. I mean, you want to keep it. You want to do strike price farther out than that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, come to the class Thursday.
Yep. So for your SPY call, you guys already should stop out already on that SPY call because now we are vacillating between the 50 MAs and the 200 MAs. Good job. And guys, don't get upset if your stop loss is triggered because that will help protect your capital. Okay, it happens. It happens, but you don't want to bleed more and hope that this could recover. You know, that's really you don't want that to happen. AMD is just really not a good play today, so we're gonna go ahead and stay away from AMD. As you can see, we always have a 3 candles. It seems like we have a 3 candles for a pullback, 2 candles for a possible pullback. We don't have volume in AMD. It's still bullish though. It's still bullish, just like I said. My resistance still lies in the 287. Okay, it's still 287. These are your local resistance: 282.71, 284, 286.08, and 287. I believe it will get there, but with this, it's just continue to vacillate. It's just really not fun to see it. A put is not confirmed yet for SPY, okay? As you can see, SPY did not give us a pretty good entry. And we are still inside the box. The green line, this is your 50 MAs. This is your take profit earlier when we enter on this candle. This was your take profit. You were given twice, 3 times to take profit. We do have a bull. Yep, it's a bull. Pennant.
Oh,
Pennant flag, which is bullish, or it could be asymmetrical.
Yeah.
Jean-Paul, I could move it in a few. I just cannot keep changing my screen because others are trading as a courtesy. I don't want to keep changing and changing. So I know others are still with their AMD call. I could move slightly on my SPY since we still have no trade on SPY, and you guys already got triggered on SPY for your put. I mean for your call. So let me see. When I say box MS, it's your pre-morning resistance and pre-morning supports. Sir, we still have room to the upside. Sir, we still have room to the upside all the way to that $11. You do have a local resistance on 1058 to 1048. That's your local resistance, but it still wants to get to that $11. So you have 1136 to 1160 as your resistance. But break out of that $11. If you see a candle break out of that $11, it could be bullish and could get to 13. So you have $11 resist. You have $11 resistance, and break out of that $11, you are looking at $13 as your next take profit level. So you could enter right above the 1180, 1165, 1170, but you do want a candle rejecting or respecting, actually, as a matter of fact, not rejecting, because rejecting, so you're going to end up having a wick, respecting the 200 MAs to continue to come up all the way to 13. So that's a $2 or $2 to $3 profit. 1312 to 1347. It's still bullish, by the way. It's bullish on the daily, but again, $11, that 1057 to $11 is really a pivotal point. So that even on your weekly, that $11 is important. So $11, 1160. So an early entry is pretty much about 1110 is an early entry. More confirmation to the upside for serve is about 1165. Okay. That could be a good starting position if you get to $11. So 11, what do we say, 1110? Because you're about to take profit. Yep, 1110 is your confirmation to the upside. Full confirm is about 1165. You want a candle break out of that 50 MA, especially on the weekly. But your serve is still wants to get to $11. That's the highest it could go for now until you see a reaction. You're welcome. Where's SPY? Yep. Is SPY, we gotta have to stay away with SPY right now because it doesn't give us really a good trade. This looks like it wants to come down, but not fully confirmed. So I don't want to keep giving you guys trade and then it just doesn't give us a full confirmation. AMD is just vacillating on the pennant flag, which just happens to be bullish. It's pulling back. AMD is still pulling back. So nothing, it's not really such a fun day today. So Your poet is actually pulling back. Your SPY is pulling back. It did not give us a full confirmation. Yeah, Apple puts is going to be printing. Good job. Is that news of... Uh-oh. Short the VIX. Somebody shorting the VIX.
I don't touch that.
Hmm?
I don't know how to trade the VIX.
I don't trade the VIX too. I'm a bit
Oh.
nervous to go against that VIX.
Yeah, Apple just don't it isn't. Man, I cannot give it a freaking cough for a week.
Ooh, you okay?
Actually, I had to go to urgent care yesterday. My eyes started swelling up. I had to go get some steroids to figure out what's going on here.
Nothing yet, guys. Let's see.
Oh.
CrowdStrike is just keeps going up and up.
I know, I got out way too early. Way too early. I'll tell you who's going up and up. I'm actually gonna do some TA on it later. PayPal.
Going up,
PayPal is alive. Huh?
going up.
Yeah, PayPal is been moving up. Yep.
For your put, you still got 267.81 for a put. You gotta have to hold on to that.
Yep. PayPal closed that huge gap it had way back from earnings and had almost a complete recovery from that dump. In fact, today is going to be recovery if it closes today above it. So I held it.
Mm-hmm.
Been selling cover calls along the way. What's that called? Oh, the wheel strategy.
Yeah, for your put, you have a local resistance in 269.08 to 268.83, all the way to 268.14, but your real support lies on this 268 right here. As it wants to come down? Yeah, it wants to come down there. Oh, well, let's see. 268.97 is the last line in the sand for a possible continuation to the downside. So that could be your secure take profit level from here to here if you are up already for that put. But the 5 minutes is still wants to, it's like it was still a falling knife. It wants to come down. 67, 68 is really your resistance. So you still got like a couple of dollars, but the only thing that's holding you back is this a more move to the downside if we drop that 680, 686, I'm sorry, 268.97. Drop below that. That confirms more move to the downside right here. 268.97, 268.97. UNH, that's my resistance right there. 257.66. This was 258.52. So is there still more room to the upside? It's exhausted on the 5 minutes in the shorter time frame, but the daily still have so much room. So right there, it just reached really touching our resistance. Touching our resistance. Guess what? If we ended up having a candle break out of this trend lines, it could be more bullish. It could get to 366 all the way to that 380 that I'm talking about, and it wants to get here. This is really your top resistance, but the only thing is it's really exhausted, so it is need to a pullback. And guess what, your pullback could lies from it could get to 348, 353, 348 as your support. So you need to be careful. I do want to see at least not drop below 348. If it drops below 348, no lower than 346. Okay, no lower than 346. So 348 to 346 is a decent pullback for me, preferably on the 353 for a pullback, but I don't want to create a lower low for this candle. Otherwise, we do have a gap to the downside again and back to that 328. Okay, so this is a support, but this is already exhausted. This is already your top take profit level. At this point, you should be, I am not a financial advisor, but at this point, you should be taking profit already. Okay, because you could wait for a pullback, 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 squeeze it all the way there. However, if it drops below that level, guess what? We have now a gap to fill to the downside from that 346 to 338. So we could short it 346 to 338 all the way to that 328 if we cannot hold on to these levels. But more confirmation to the upside is when we have a candle break out of that level right above our trend lines. Okay, and your top take profit is in the 380. I'm bullish on UNH still. However, it's just a little bit of exhausted, not a little bit, because it's already in the 81. On the weekly, it still have so much room to the upside. It still have so much room to the upside, by the way. It still have so much room to the upside. Okay, and if we're going to ignore the shorter time frame, your top resistance still lies on 330, 381 or 380. Okay, 380 even to 387. So 381, I'll say 380 to 387. Okay, that's your top resistance. Break out of that, it's going to be super bullish for UNH. But I don't want you guys to get excited because UNH needs a pullback. Needs even just a shallow pullback. It gives us some room to wiggle. You could just back test close enough to your signal line before you continue to the upside. Because 380, 381, 387 is your top resistance for UNH. Break out of that 387 and then we're going to move higher. We're definitely going to see about 400, 412 for UNH. I hope that helps. Netflix, sad about Netflix. I have Netflix long term. It's still a buy signal for me for Netflix. Its value still doesn't change. You know, the company itself is still good. We just have leadership changes. Forward guidance was a little bit weak. Slow growth on the subscribers. So you're still looking at 92 to 91, 82 as your support. If we establish a lower low for Netflix, and then you're looking around back testing that 85 to 82, then this is going to be your points of control, getting to the 77 to 75 again. Okay, so the last line in the sand lies on that 9069 or 9082. Okay, we don't want to establish a lower low for whatchamacallit, for Netflix. Otherwise, we have a possible M pattern, and this is really your neckline, and your leg could get back again to that 77, 75. So pay attention to your Netflix. You don't want to drop below 9060. What is it again? I forgot. 9069. I hit 2 stop loss today. Put first, then call next. Lucky took profit and still green. Good job. Severe allergy. Software is up today. Miss Mary, can you please check NVIDIA? Since there's no trade that we're doing right now, I could be able to, but normally I don't allow this if we are trading. But since, let's see first. Yep, nothing on SPY again. We're gonna have to let go of SPY today. We may not be able to trade. We see what's gonna happen on the power hour. Hopefully it gives us a better trade. It just really did not give us a nice move to the upside. That 712 was the highest high for SPY. And it looks like it just really want to back test again that 50 MAs. Okay, so stay away from SPY as of right now. We just really don't
Yeah.
have a nice move to the upside. We want to trade a trending market, not a vacillation. So right now we're just pinned down with the 200s and 50 MAs. Oh, cannot see it right there. AMD, honestly, AMD is still bullish. We have a possible reversal to the downside, but it could just back testing that 279 again before it moves. I'm still looking AMD to move higher, but we're lacking of volume. Same thing with the SPY. We're just really lacking of volume for AMD, but just like I said yesterday, AMD did a volume grab. What is volume grab? Volume grab is when you think the direction is going to your favor, it hits your buy signal and then it goes to the opposite direction, it hits your stop loss, and then they're just stuck in the middle. It's like saying a whipsaw. Okay, but that's normally what happened, and those things are happens mostly common on I'm not trying to blame manipulators, but normally that's what it is, because the wicks represents the
Yeah,
reactions from the
pretty much.
traders. Huh?
Pretty much what it is. Pretty
Yeah,
much what it is, manipulators.
yeah. You know, I have a video of Microsoft, and those technical analysis is still valid. The problem with that's why we don't trade Microsoft is because the options are too expensive for some of us, including myself. So that's why I don't trade Microsoft. So, but to those people who has the budget for it, again, we're just really exhausted, but yeah, it's still bullish because let's take a look at this. There's still room to the upside, and Microsoft still could get to that 431. 431. I believe somebody asked me about Microsoft. I think Tim, Mr. Tim, when it was getting to that 417, and I do have the resistance in that 417, and I mentioned something that if we break out of this particular level, that 417, this is what, 412, 413, more confirm. Yeah, I say 417. Yeah. Yep. Break out of that 417, more room to the upside, and still wants to get to that 431 all the way to 442. Okay, there is still more room. This could just be a possible short pullback, and then before it rejected the 200 MAs. It's still bullish. Yes, it's slightly overbought. The weekly is still, honestly, this is just a starting move for Microsoft, okay? But it's just your shorter time frame is just really exhausted. It's just due for a short pullback. Most likely it's gonna reject that 200 MAs on that 442. Well, we have that 431 before 442. There's a higher chance it's going to reject this. Not really rejections, could be just another short pullback, 2 to 3 days pullback, and then back test, break out of that 442, 443, and then you have a gap to fill all the way to that 478. Yeah. So full confirmation to the upside is break through that 443 to those people who has capital. You want a daily candle, break out of that candle, at least a green candle. You want to be above 444, and you could trade this bad boy all the way to fill the gap to the all the way to 478. Your weekly is just starting. We just had a change of a structures from bearish to bullish. We have a W pattern. This was my neckline. It gives us move all the way to that 431, and it still wants to get back, and it still wants to get there and test your 431 to 442. Your RSI is still on the bearish territory. Guess what? If we just slightly move higher above 50, that will give us a little bit of a strength and move to the upside. We could definitely back test that 443 all the way to 464 to 469. All right, so there's still more room to the upside. You just really need a confirmation for this. And on the daily, you want to break out of that 200 MAs. Okay, it's just a baby move, by the way. This is just still a baby move. So if you are if you are already in profit, two things: guaranteed profit is better because whatever you have now, it's good because it's due for a pullback. And we cannot continue to go higher, not unless, here's your hint here, using the 4 hours, if you see your RSI have a bullish crossover on the signal line, then that means we could actually back test and move all the way, move more about $20 more. It can, but you need to pay attention on your 4 hours because you have a bearish divergence. Is that a bearish divergence? No, that's not a bearish divergence, but you do have the overbought territory already. It's just exhausted. What's going on with SPY? Are you guys watching SPY or what? So today's not a boom boom play.
Nope.
Today it wants to, yep, that is put again, and it's going to back test this level. Now, since we've missed that because we are talking, we missed that trade now. Full confirmation lies again where? If we establish a lower low, a possible continuation again to the 707, okay? So you want a candle break out of that because it still wants to get to that 708.22, but you want to establish a lower low because we could see a possible double bottom and then it rejects from there. This is a nice candle on the 15 minutes. Your 15 minutes is giving you a full, guess what? On the 15 minutes is giving you a full confirmation that we want to come down and really want to test your 707 to 706.94, which is 707, by the way. So this is a nice looking candle. As you can see, it's really rejecting your 50 MAs on the 15 minutes. Let me see if it's a confirmed trade to the downside. It looks like it is. Oh, all right. Here you are. Just like we said earlier, we really need to break out of this level. No wonder why. Okay. You have 10 minutes to finish this candle. You're going to go see, but it's going to be 11 o'clock. So you need to be cautious. Okay. Cautious. This is your 50 MAs, but your 15 minutes is giving us a hint that we may come down to 707. And that's about $2. So that's pretty a lot. All right, so just wait for a full confirmation for that. You really want a candle breakout right here. I'll go ahead and change it to white. Break out of that candle. Again, this is giving you an early signal because we don't want to get caught entering this put because we just missed it. See, that's the reason why we don't want to switch our chart because we could miss our trades.
Yep.
This was our entry right there to the put. Yes, it could be double bottom. Yep. Antonio is out for their SPY put. That's good for you.
Michael, your question about Tesla. Tesla's not every day. It looks like it's every other day on options. I don't scalp it, so I don't really pay attention to it. But just looking at E-Trade, it's every other day options.
All right, guys. SPY still looks like it still wants to come down. Okay, that's just too aggressive entry for you guys. Why is it aggressive, Mary? Because your candle, we need to establish a lower low. All right, it need to establish a lower low. Your take profit level lies on this current level here. Need to establish a lower low. We don't want to get caught with a double bottom. Then I already give UNH like 3 times of technicals. I've given you guys 3 times on technicals and UNH. I hope you guys listen. If you guys don't listen, you guys could watch my old video, or I could give you guys an update on the video. We'll watch the UNH again. It's still aggressive, but this is an aggressive entry. If you're okay with this ride, enter it. We establish a lower low, go ahead. And now we could come down here. Josh has a lot of goat alerts today, like options, guys.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he has a
How do
lot.
you pay attention?
Is this yeah, it's an app
See what it
bot.
did?
So it's a bot. So you guys need to be careful, okay? Because this is all app bot. This is bot. Those are bot.
Do your
So
own TA.
yeah, he gives us the bot of Josh says Mu options, 20% take profit. Expiration
Yeah.
is May 1st.
100%.
450 put. Entry price 21.30. The current price is 25.66. Your goal is to have 20% profit. The second one, Mu options. Yeah.
All we had was six. Intel got cut.
Yeah. I am leaving soon. I have other commitments at 11 o'clock. So you guys watch, pay attention. We establish a lower low for a SPY. That's a good sign. Finish this candle. We do want to make sure we have a candle breaking candle at least on the 200 MAs. You have 6 minutes to play around with your emotion, but establishing a lower low is just giving us a confirmation that we are continue to be bearish. Okay. But at the same time, we just don't want to get caught with a pullback and backtest and gives us a wick. It's just showing that after a rally, it could be just a 38% or 50% pullback. So this is still a looking good candle if we ignore the larger time frame, but obviously we don't. Why? Because 5 minutes could give us a fake out, but if we're sticking to 5, 10, and 15 minutes, these are all bearish. Okay, these are all bearish. But this is the only thing that concerns us. But it really wants to come down, by the way. It wants to come down. This is a nice looking candle. This is a confirm. This move to the downside. See, if I was just paying attention to the SPY, I would have seen this, so we could have entered them. That's why I don't normally do a technical when we're trading, but it's okay. It's already done. Yep. So this is a nice looking volume. It looks like it's really wants to come down. Maybe like wants to come down. Let's see. You got like 36 seconds. No, Glenn, I'm not being sarcastic. My point is, I just don't want to interrupt the live trading if somebody's asking me for technical. I do love giving you guys technicals if there is, if we stop trading. But as a courtesy, I just prefer to stick to whatever we're trading so we don't interrupt the momentum. We are focused on the technicals. We are focused on our trade. That's the reason why, Glenn, I am not trying to hinder you guys from asking questions because I am here to help you. But at the same time, we're just trying to be considerate of others, okay? So once we're done, and if I have time, but unfortunately today I have to leave, I normally give you guys technicals. I don't have any problem with that. And you guys know that, okay? We're still okay for that put. This volume is pretty good. Confirm your move to the downside. You're okay with the put. The goal is to get to that 707.58. That volume is confirming our move to the downside. This is a nice looking. We may get stop out on that 708.20 as your early take profit. That's about not much of a move, but it's something.
60 cents.
Yeah. Oh,
I just
okay, Glenn.
I was just freaking out. I was looking at my portfolio and I saw I'm up 580% on VUG because they did their split today, I guess.
That's
Hope you guys,
nice.
yeah, I hope you guys bought VUG as an ETF, right? It's a Vanguard's growth ETF. It has
No,
all
I
our
don't.
stocks in there. Yeah, it's a great long-term play.
I'll check it out.
Yeah,
I think
VUG.
Wolf of Gatsby. Go ahead, Tom.
No, VUG is the one you want to look at. So if you're looking at long-term stuff, you want to look at these. Right now, Bug is a great buy. I was buying it at 600 and now it just dropped to 82 on the split, so I just tripled my shares.
Nice.
Yep.
Look at AMD. AMD did just really just give us one trade. You guys see Wolf of Gatsby? He said, if you guys are smart, you will be buying Microsoft. So I guess to those people
Yeah.
who are smart, you bought Microsoft.
Him and I were on Discord the other day talking about that. I picked up some Microsoft for
Yeah, but that's I just don't like the wording he's saying if you are smart. What
uh
about those people who doesn't have money?
yeah.
All right.
And again, buy what you can afford, right? That's the one thing. Like, I noticed like on the gold options, people ask about the gold options a lot, right? And Josh actually talked about this on his um uh welcome to Discord last Saturday because it wasn't on this Saturday about the goat options, the bot, right? You've gotta buy what you can afford. You can't. Not everybody can just jump in and take every single trade, right? We don't. Not everybody has that. I mean, I don't. I don't have that type of
Yeah.
funds either.
Take
So
profit
you just
first
gotta be
on SPY.
careful.
Sorry, Tom. Go ahead. Take
Yeah, no, you
profit
good.
on SPY.
There's your 20 cents.
That thing could continue to come down here. You could add a position if you want to. Sorry, Tom, I'm not trying to interrupt you. I just want people to take
Nope,
profit.
nope, you're good.
That
Nope,
thing could get to
that's
707.62. That could push
yep.
lower. So there is yours.
I missed it. That's a dollar move right there from
Yeah.
when you called it.
There's more room to the downside. It wants to come down. As for AMD, let's see if there's a volume for AMD. No volume for AMD. So this is moving with no volume. Your SPY is moving with volume, so it's pretty good. So that's pretty good. Looking pretty good. You gotta have to hold on and learn to suck it up or just wait for this candle to finish. But I'm still looking at this blue line. If you have the guts to hold on to that, we could still get to that 707. Okay. You
Yeah.
still have $1 more move to the upside. AMD, that could be a fake out of a drop, so be careful. But your SPY is confirmed with your volume. It's pretty strong, guys. This is a pretty strong move. So, good job. Good job, Tom Kozert. Suck it up, take profit. Everybody, take some profit. There is not a sin to take profit, okay? Those people who get offended for that, I'm sorry, but you still have to learn to suck it up. If you have a weak heart and get offended easily, I don't know what to say, but my
Yep.
goal here is to help you guys maximize your profit. That's all my goal. I don't care if you guys don't like the way I speak. I enjoy doing it for you guys to make money. I love each and every one of you. I hold no grudges. And as you can see, this is our level. So if you take profit, congratulations. If you don't take profit, let's go ahead and see where's this green candle is coming. This green candle could just pretty much backtest our resistance after we had a good, nice confirmation to the downside. Now, does he still have room to the downside, Miss Mary? Yes, he still wants to get here.
Here it goes. Yep.
He still wants to get here.
It may want to get to 706.
Yep, it wants to get to that 706 too. There is, but we gotta have to trade this layer by layer, okay? It's not something that we gotta have to. All right, that's it. Another thing, you could add position. Once we have a candle that break through that, this is going to be your last take profit level for me. I'm going to leave because I have an appointment at 11. I'm already late already. So,
Yep.
okay, so that's it. At least we have a big boom boom there. We're going up. Oh, we're going down. No, we're not going up. We're
No,
coming down.
it's it's gonna do a quick retrace here to the 9 probably on this. I like to watch the 1 minute candle.
Ooh, Tom, aggressive.
No, I like to watch it.
Oh.
I like to see it pull back, touch like the 9 or VWAP, and then push back again. And that's where you jump in.
Yep. All right, guys. Do you still
Hey,
have some
one
room?
last question. Somebody asked about VUG. Yeah, I mean, VUG is a long-term hold for me. It's part of my long-term portfolio. So if you can get it, if it's coming down right now because of the split, man, it's a good time to buy it. I'm telling you. I know Josh and Larry put it on their long-term portfolio list. So
You
if
could
it's
add
good
a
for them, it's good.
position. I'm sorry, Tom. Go ahead. Add a positions and you could exit out here. 706 on this green line. Okay. Have a stop loss. It's slightly overbought. Go ahead. Oversold. Sorry. Go ahead, Tom.
No, I'm just saying, bug is a long-term hold for me. It's not a swing trade. So I may pick some up here at this $81 mark. In fact, it fits my dividend ladder. Oh, dividend ladder, that should be a class. I think it is. It fits my dividend ladder, especially now it fits it even better at this split price.
Mm-hmm.
This is when you want to start buying stuff, guys. When they do these splits, this is when you want to start buying them.
Yeah.
That's like I'm waiting for Tesla. That's when I buy Tesla. I buy Tesla when Tesla splits.
Tesla split.
No, when it does split, like every couple of years he'll do a split, right?
Yeah.
And that's how that's how I got it, and did almost 2x because I was buying at $100 and sold at 220,
Yeah.
and then of course ran up to almost 500. I was kicking myself.
You could add SPY if you want. So I told you guys earlier, add SPY earlier. You know, my goal is to get to that 706.17. Will it get there? I don't have the crystal ball, but based upon that, it looks like it will. Trust me, if I have a crystal ball, I will not be with you guys. I'll be making money. Oh, my mom. I told my mom,
So,
my mom is calling me. Oh, come
dude,
on, guys.
bug,
Take
let's
profit.
go.
Don't wait for me to
Yep,
tell you to take profit. You guys are the one who's
this
making
is your
money.
last
I
line.
am still.
Yep, this is your last line. It's 706.16, 706.20.
Yep. So come on, guys. I am leaving now. SPY. Good job. Does it still have room to the downside? Yeah, there still have room to the downside, but I don't want you guys to be greedy because I am leaving now. That is your last take profit for me. I have the 1 and
Mama's
2.
leaving.
Mama,
Mama's leaving. You're gonna be on your own.
you gotta be on your own. You gotta have to suck it up, buttercakes. If you want to enter that again, I want you to wait for 15 minutes to see a confirmation. You want to break out of this green line, okay? Then you have 705.11 as your take profit level. You don't have a resistance supporting that 705.63. That could back test the 705.63, but I don't want you guys to be greedy. I believe you guys make money already. And it's 11 o'clock, guys. Miss Mary needs to go. I think you guys did good. And Tom be the dad. Stay with us, daddy.
Yeah, there's a lot of support here at this 706 range. If you look back,
Yeah.
it's got
So,
to break. Like she said, it's got to break it, and then it could drop. Yeah, it could drop 705.58 to 705.06, but it's got to break this line.
yeah. So, yeah, you could stay, daddy. Tom could stay. Daddy Tom, not unless if
Um,
he has a phone call, but I
Actually,
gotta go.
Tom's got to go. He's got a customer call here in a couple minutes. So
Yeah, I already missed to,
be the dad. Nice.
yeah, Daddy Tom gotta
Yeah,
go.
Trisha, Buck did split today, 6-1. I wish I had loaded up more, but it was expensive at the time. It was, almost $500, I think, when I was
Yeah.
buying it. So
Yep. Well, congratulations, everybody. You guys made some money. Now I need to make money because now I have to answer these calls and I have a meeting already. I'm really late. While everybody's making money, congratulations. It makes me happy. It warms my heart. Okay. Once again, if you guys are entering here by race, you do have a support, all right? Support. This could be I might miss a couple minutes. I mean, couple of cents here, but I gotta go. I really need to go. I would love to
oh,
stay.
man. We'll see you guys this afternoon, right?
Yeah, we'll see you guys this afternoon. Hey, Thanks, Jasmine. Thank you, everybody. I will be getting some VUG. Absolutely. Thank you, guys. It's still bearish. Thank you for staying with us, as always. Always
Thanks
be
for the morning
kind.
show. Morning show with Mary and Tom.
I know. Thank you, guys. It's
On Zoom,
incredible.
Zoom Radio.
Peter King just made $1,000 today. Good job.
Close it up, Peter.
Yep, close it, close it. You guys made $1,000. That's incredible. I want to make $1,000. But
Whew.
guess what? If I make money, you guys don't get to trade with me. So,
Yeah. No, I'm glad to profit on other stuff because everything just tanked.
yeah.
Everything just tanked.
Yep. All right, guys.
Stock, Telex.
Tom, thank you as always. Thank you for staying
Yep.
with me.
See you this afternoon.
Yep, to my YouTuber subscribers, I thank you guys too. And for the Discord, would you please explain no pattern day trading rule? Oh, there's a new ones now
There's a
that we
new
don't
rule.
have to
You know what?
wait. Go ahead, Tom.
You
Go
know
ahead.
what? You know what? Go to if you want to see about that. Uncle Charles talked about that on his Sunday night one. So if you want to go, they explain it pretty well on the pattern day trader rules. Go to Kingdom Capital and they have a nice breakdown of it on his video.
Yeah. Well, you don't no longer needed $2,500. I mean 25,000. You
25,000.
just need 2,000 now. So
Yeah.
you could continue to trade. You don't get to have the pattern day trading anymore. And that will actually attract a lot of traders now. But keep in mind,
Yep.
that is good. However, now you are free to do whatever you want, but the risk is higher now. The risk is higher because that
And
25,000 actually serve as a cushion for you guys, also serve as a barrier to avoid that pattern the pattern day trade. Okay, but now you only need
scalp.
2,000. A lot of people will be so attractive. A lot of people will be coming in. New traders will be coming in. And guess what? Remember the 90-90-90 rules? 90% of new beginners loses their account in 90 days, 90% of the time. So you don't want to be on that 90-90-90
It's
rules.
Scal International, Tom. He's got it right. Brokers have time to implement. It's not like automatic, so you may not see it for a few weeks.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
All right, guys. Remember the 3,000 subscribers. Once we reach it, I believe we just need a couple of. I think we just need 100. We're gonna do a live trading, and don't worry, I'm not going to be slick. That I'm gonna use the Discord. I'm gonna make it separate. I am pretty rational person. So I am not going to use the Discord time for my subscribers on YouTube. If you are subscribed to my YouTube, I will separate my time for the Discord and my YouTube. So if I day trade on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and if we reach that 3,000, I will do a Wednesday or a Friday. Okay, so it has nothing to do with the Discord. So it's just strictly for my YouTubers subscribers and saying thank you. But of course, I love my Stocks with Josh community because most of you guys are in my YouTube. So you are also my YouTube. So I'm not going to post my link on the Discord. I'm going to post it on my YouTube. So if you are not subscribed to my YouTube channel, you're going to miss it.
Mary, you said goodbye 20 minutes ago.
I know. My mom keeps calling me, my husband keeps calling me, and my meeting keeps calling me. So I will see you guys. See you guys.
See you guys this afternoon.